When it comes to marriage and you're serious about it, my advice to you, brothers and sisters, is do not approach marriage until you are ready. So, one of the things to talk about is how you view marriage life. What's marriage life to you? How do you envision marriage? A second one is, what qualities would you like to see in a spouse? Number 3, you need to talk about each other's family dynamics. You have to bring family and culture into it. How you each spend your free time. What are your hobbies? Do you do community service work? Do you like going on social media? What pictures do you like putting on? These are very important to talk about in this day and age. You might even talk about what's cheating to you when it comes to social media. It's very important. Some people are very, very sensitive about this point. Finances. For example, work. Managing the money. Is it your money and my money together? Or is it your money and my money? Or is it your money is my money and my money is my money? It doesn't matter which one you want to go with, so long as you agree. Talk about your social lives. Introvert, extrovert, these are very important. Knowing a person's friends is very important because the friends can tell you a lot about yourself, and usually you've got to investigate. A good thing is to look on social media, ask other people about them. There's nothing wrong with that. Number 8, talk about children and raising them, educating them, and very importantly, naming them. Ask about future ambitions and goals, especially career. How important is your career to you? Number 10, health issues. If you're embarrassed to talk about them, get someone else to explain that to them. It's very important, brothers and sisters. You don't want to get married and later on you find out severe health issues or deformities or disabilities. Number 11, the past. A lot of sheikhs and imams said, it's none of anyone's business to know about your past. Allah forgives all sins. Yes, that is true. But I'm going to just let you think about something. You know yourself. Some sins of the past between telling a potential spouse cannot be easily dismissed. You have to think, is that sin of my past going to show up in my marriage again? Does it have the potential? I'll give you an example. If a person used to be on drugs before and they were addicted and it was hard, how long ago was it? In a marriage, there's going to be ups and downs. A person can resort back to the drugs. Is it important to talk about it? In my opinion, wallahi, you don't have to take it. It's important to talk about it. But of course, there has to be respect and people have to cover up for their sins. Sometimes a person may have had multiple relationships in the past. Now, it's up to you to say it or not say it. It's not a problem. You don't have to say it. You can hint it. You can send someone to say it in a different way. If you get married, and that is something that is important to you, if you want to ask that question, you can ask that question. But the other person does not have to answer the question. And then it's up to you if you want to go ahead or not. You can say, look, I lived a sinful life, and I didn't know, and I have repented. That's it. You don't have to say much more than that. Criminal records, if a person says, I've been in prison before, you need to say these things, because that's going to affect the family as well. And lastly, how would you want a wedding? You might be thinking, oh, is that important? It's very important. In fact, saying how you want a wedding and the details of it will tell you so much about the mindset of the person, about their family, about your family, to see if things can get along. I've seen families have fights in weddings over things that weren't clearly talked about before.